It's a question I'm sure a lot of us have asked. Mario does so many different things, but one of his most prestigious is being a doctor. But how could he possibly fit working towards a medical degree into his schedule? His schedule filled to the brim with princess rescuing, kart racing, and tennis. Well, today I bring you the answer. Is Dr. Mario a real doctor? Looking at his trophy data in Super Smash Bros. Melee, it seems to hint that he is indeed a doctor. Immaculate in his medical garb, Dr. Mario destroys killer viruses with his amazing vitamin capsule, with his dedicated nurse, Princess Peach, at his side. Dr. Mario spends his day and night in his laboratory working on new miracle cures. Somehow, he's managed to keep up with all the new viruses that have arisen over the years. This seems to be claiming that he is indeed a doctor, and some trophy data in Smash 4 seems to back that up. Mario and Dr. Mario are only slightly different. Basically, Dr. Mario is stronger, but his MD, that's short for medical doctorate, slows his speed and lowers his jump. Quick question, how does carrying around a medical doctorate slow you down and make you not be able to jump as high? How does that make sense? Back in Melee, it's explained that the reason an MD would slow him down is because of his lack of exercise. That he obviously lacks because of spending time in his lab, and somehow that makes him stronger. Anyway, it still feels a bit odd, doesn't it? How can this guy be a doctor? It just doesn't feel right. I would never let anyone with a face like this operate on me. Maybe it's the mustache. But so far, this data concretely tells us that he develops miracle cures in his lab and has his medical degree. And in his own games, he's definitely helping people with these pills. But while all that may be true, it says nothing about his legitimacy. Back in Smash 4, looking at another trophy reveals this sentence. In the 1990 puzzle game Dr. Mario threw on a white coat and decided to take a shot at the whole medicine thing. You see how nonchalant they are about it? This may have been Mario's own feelings on the matter. I do everything else, I might as well try this too. Woohoo! I'll just throw on this coat and start shoving pills in people. But, I mean, no one can just pick up a lab coat and enter the field of medicine and become a doctor overnight. But get this, a lot of people do. One study found that in the United States in 2011, about 50,000 new PhD holders, meaning new doctors, had fake PhDs. They never finished med school, or possibly never even took it at all. And what's scary is that during that very same year, there were only 45,000 legitimate, real PhDs given out in the US, meaning just over half of new doctors were fake doctors. Scary. Granted, most of these doctors go overseas. Still though, that number is astonishing. It's actually quite easy to fake a doctorate. You just need to find a corrupt system, or a degree mill, and cash out some big dough. Or coins, if you will. For a mere $8,000, you too could become a doctor. And you can become a doctor, and you can become a doctor. Everyone could become a doctor for only $8,000, mamma mia! And it's not like that's a lot of money for someone like Mario. Mario owns stadiums, islands, racetracks, and is in close relations to the princess, who is also taking part in the scam, by the way. She's his nurse. And looking back at the trophy data, he develops miracle cures? That is exactly what quack doctors promise. A good rule of thumb for finding a quack doctor is the very use of the words miracle cure. Lose 20 pounds instantly, lengthen your penis, cures your cancer. It's incredible. Look, we have a doctor saying so.
Yes, hello, I am real doctor, I have real medical degree, and this snake oil does real good to cure all of your ailments. Yes, everyone.
Considering how easy it is for rich people to just get a doctorate, and that more people fake them than not, it's not that big of a stretch to say that Dr. Mario did the same. He has no time to spend 10 hours a day for 7 years at school. And if we look at what he does in his own game, what is it? He literally pulls up random pills. Yes, random, and throws them into your digestive system. Oftentimes, these pills will be of no use at all, only harm. I only have yellow viruses left, Mario, and you just keep giving me red and blue pills. Doctor, my body can't take it anymore. I'm overflowing. He's playing with medicine, making guesses. Maybe not even making guesses, just picking up whatever pill is closest to him. What's shocking is that this actually happens in real doctors' offices far more often than it should. And yes, especially here in the US. Pharmaceutical companies send representatives to sell their drugs to doctors, essentially bribing them to give more of their drug and less of the competition's. Most of the time, real doctors are all cool with it. They still only give these drugs out when people need these drugs. But there have been numerous cases of doctors purposefully giving out inaccurate prescriptions in order to obtain more bonuses from pharmaceutical companies. The drug will often have some relation to the problem though, but it's like this. Oh, you're having migraines? Here, take this antidepressant that will likely mess up your hormonal balance and cause memory problems. But one of the many things that it happens to do is giving you a chance of curing migraines. Sure, there are prescriptions that only get rid of migraines and don't cause all these other negative side effects, but the makers of those ones aren't paying me. So doctors everywhere, both legitimate and not, are often experimenting. Throwing pills around that have no business being inside of someone's system. For more information on this doctor bribing problem here in the US, I recommend this video by John Oliver. It's very, very good. But back to the primary problem at hand. Dr. Mario here, whether legitimate or not, is throwing random pills at the problem until it gets fixed. Or, worst case scenario, causes further complications. A game over. Which indeed shows he is either experimenting, or has gone crazy and is a quack. Or just has no idea what he is doing because he never went to, or just dropped out of medical school. And his medical doctorate is a fake that he bought with his vast riches, which actually puts him into the majority of doctors. Which is still pretty scary, but considering the things that real doctors do here in the States is also alarming. But hey, maybe Dr. Luigi is more honest. No, he probably spent even less time training. I mean, his brother could have just photocopied his fake doctorate and wrote green over his name, and boom! Now his brother is a doctor too. So, what do you think about all this? I mean, the joke has always been that Dr. Mario isn't a real doctor, but now we have statistical and logical proof to back it up. So let me know down below what you think, and never stop using that noggin. And do research at the prescriptions that your doctors give you. Make sure that they're actually for what you asked for.